You know something? I think that there is something seriously wrong with Microsoft. They must hate their Xbox consoles. I can't think of any other reason that they do the things that they do. And as a Xbox fan, I want to be clear about this because I know some of you guys get upset. You think I'm on anti-Xbox tangent. I'm really just more of a pro gaming tangent. I'm just at this point I'm trying to have fun. I'm enjoying my Xbox when I can. I'm enjoying the PlayStation when I can. I have a little bit of fun with my titles, but overall it's just usually something I try to keep stuff positive. But in this particular instance, Microsoft is really kind of killing my love for Xbox. Slow and steady. First of all, you have this console that is a really good console and nobody's taking advantage of it because you keep telling people they don't need to buy it. And it's like, I don't understand. You're trying to sell a console. You have this stuff that you can play anywhere with, so advertise it this. Play Xbox on a console, or you can play it like this, or but you keep the console at the forefront to make people believe in the console and think that it's going to be something that lasts, a long time. And so when we see that stuff like Game Pass is getting a price increase, people might go, and the funny thing is, you see people defend this crap, right? Like, Microsoft literally said buying Activision would not lead to a price increase, and they've already increased the price twice since that particular point. So, again, I don't trust any corporation, but they clearly lie and lie quite a bit. And not only are they lying, but what they're doing is very confusing, and I think it's meant to be confusing to get people to pay more money and things like that. So, it's so strange to me that this is kind of happening. But so here's what's happening, and I'll try to explain it in a way that makes sense. The Ultimate tier, which includes PC Game Pass, Day One games, back catalog titles, online play, and cloud gaming, is increasing its price to basically $20 a month, up from the $16.99. So that's another jump of a few dollars. And I believe that tier was $15 at one point. So we've had a jump of $5 in the last year. I can't imagine where this is going, but I can imagine that even when this thing is up to $25, you're still going to have people kind of defending it or whatever. So PC Game Pass will also increase price to $11.99. Again, what's so funny to me is PC Game Pass gets all the day one releases. They don't have to pay for online, and they're paying way less than what we pay as console gamers. It's like, do they even care about the console gamers at this point? I think, it's starting to look like they don't. Significantly, Microsoft said that starting this week it will retire its Xbox Game Pass for console tier for new users. This soon will be replaced with the new $14.99 standard tier, which will include access to back catalog of games and online play, but no day one releases or cloud gaming. Some games available on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on day one will not be immediately available with Game Pass Standard and may be added to the library at a future date, according to Microsoft. So again, this is another lie because they had just said that the games would be all their first party goes day one and would continue to do so, and then they like switch it up and change it all around, and you have to pay even more money to do this. So it's weird. Some games available with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on day one will not be immediately available and could be added at a future. Users currently subscribed to Game Pass for console will be allowed to maintain their subscription, including access to day one games. However, if at any time these users turn off their automatic payment renewal for their membership lapses, they will no longer have access to Game Pass for console and will need to join one of the other plans. From September 12th, Microsoft will only allow users to stack Game Pass for console users for up to 13 months. See, this is what, like, again, like for me, I've done multiple times where I've stacked years when you get a deal, but it's like, I guess like they're catching on. It's like it's clearly this plan isn't feasible, or sustainable, which is kind of clear at this point. Game Pass Core, which was previous Xbox Live Gold, which is just online multiplayer and a small group of games will receive an increase to $75, up from 60, but will remain $9.99 per month if you're paying it monthly, which is $120 a year just to play games online. Absolutely ridiculous. It says we created Game Pass to offer players more choice in how they discover and play games. That includes offering different prices and plans so players can find what works best for them. This month's price changes marks the second consecutive year Microsoft has raised Game Pass prices, months after the company dismissed suggestions that it could raise prices following its merger with Activision. Later this year, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will launch day one to Game Pass, making it the first time Call of Duty has been included in such a device at launch. Commenting on last year's price rises, Microsoft's head of gaming communications told this VGC at the time, we've held on our prices for console for many years and have adjusted the prices to reflect the competitive condition in each market. So, this is, again, I'm not saying that $20 a month is a terrible deal, I guess, for what you're getting, but the fact of the matter is we are 7 months into this year, and the only first-party game that Microsoft is giving us is Hellblade 2, which is a 6-hour kind of tech demo. That's only a $50 game to begin with. So, again, what have we really gotten this year for our money? I think that's the biggest problem. We were they promise all the time, hey, we're gonna do a big game release every quarter or whatever, and they haven't done that. It's unfortunate that we haven't really seen that play out the way that it was kind of promised to us. But at the same time, seeing them lie is not a super shock either, because that's what they've been doing for a very long time. It's not sustainable what they've been doing in terms of Game Pass, and here's the main problem, right? They don't have anything, and we now know that Hellblade 2 was a bomb. It didn't do well at all. So we now know that that game is probably going to go to PlayStation, and not only is it going to go to PlayStation, but we're sort of in this weird situation where these games haven't been that good. I mean, I'm not saying a 82 rated or whatever is terrible. That's a decent game, but that's not like a megaton game or whatever that's really driving the market, and it's going to make people go, oh man, I really gotta step up and get an Xbox or whatever, and I think that is kind of a big problem going forward. Is the fact that there isn't that. People, when I brought this up on X, formerly Twitter, I get the same sort of reaction from the same fanboys. Oh well, you get Flight Sim, and you get Stalker 2, and Age of Mythology or whatever the hell it is, and I'm like, listen, I get, and I'm not everybody, I get that, and there's probably some people that are looking forward to that, but I don't care about Flight Sim or Age of Mythology or, that kind of stuff, like Indiana Jones looks okay, Avowed looks okay, those are probably the two that I'll get. The problem is that these games tend to drop in price super fast anyway, so if you wait a couple months, you could probably pick both of them up for $30 a piece, so I don't necessarily see Game Pass as something that's going to be in my future, especially with all the price raises, because if you think about this, look at the subscription, I think, bubble is busting. For me personally, paying $20, so basically $240 a year for that. I'm paying for online play on PlayStation. I'm paying $25 a month for Netflix, $27 a month for Hulu and Disney, $16 a month for Max. You got Spotify. It's another $15. If you do Paramount or whatever. I do the one where you can watch the wrestling or whatever, Peacock, whatever, and that's another $12, $13 a month. All this stuff is adding up. You're paying literally $1,000 a year for this stuff, and I think it's getting a little bit monotonous, to say the least. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. For me, All these little stupid announcements are kind of ruining my love for the brand, but that shouldn't, that doesn't mean that there won't be any positive news or anything. I'm just bummed out about this particular thing right now. Let me know how you guys feel. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.